Alright, so this is Chenjesu / Tranquil Cove here. I played a really interesting league with a deck that I like rather much. It's sort of a blue-red flicker deck, and it only plays 20 lands, but it plays 2 Izzet Boilerworks, and maybe there should be more. I'm not 100% sure, but basically you do want a lot of land drops, and it plays 4 Brainstorm, 4 Preordain to help you find stuff, and 1 main deck Dispel just to get people. Also a main deck Electricity and a main deck Pyroblast. If you draw any of these and you don't want them, you can usually brainstorm them away for something better. It also plays 2 Bone Splitter, an Expedition map to find either Bojuka Bog or Radiant Fountain or a Boilerworks. So it's kind of like it plays 21 lands almost, you know, with the map. 4 Augur Bolas, probably the best card in the deck, probably the best card in the format right now. And 3 Memory Lapse, 3 Prism, some Ghostly Flickers. Basically the aim of the game is to lock out your opponent with Archaeomancer. I didn't have Trinket Mages in there at first, but then I thought, you know, most of the time I want to get more lands. So I thought about adding a Pilgrim's Eye, but then I realized, well, maybe if I add Trinket Mage, I could get like the sort of a minor Trinket Mage package. We're not going all in on Trinket Mage, but there's definitely times when having a Bone Splitter is a good idea. And there's definitely times when you want a map so you could search up like a Radiant Fountain and keep flickering it to gain life, or a Bojuka Bog. So that's it for the main deck. In the sideboard I have 2 Echoing Truth, 2 Snap, and Aura Flux. Kinda obvious. Although maybe I should only be playing 1 Echoing Truth. But Echoing Truth, Snap are kind of against aggressive decks that like to stack up a large creature, which is sort of like Stompy, Boggles. Snap isn't good against Boggles, but Echoing Truth is. And Mono White Heroic. Hydroblast good against Burn. Dispel just alright against Control. And Electricity, Pyroblast, Relic, all pretty obvious inclusions. So this league didn't go so well. Oh wait, I screwed it up again. Alright, so yeah, this league didn't go so well. We got a lot of L's. I'm not really experienced with this deck, but we're gonna go into match 1, which is our happiest match. We won 2-0. So not a bad match. Yeah. Replays, am I right? Okay, so we decided to drop the Radiant Fountain because we could pick it up with Boilerworks, and it might come in handy to have extra life. We're not really going to do much on turn 2. We could play Prism, but it's probably not necessary. It looks like our opponent's on mono green Tron, or like green red Tron or something. Probably don't have a lot of graveyard synergy, but so we play Trinket Mage to get Bone Splitter because I think the way we win this game is by being really aggressive. I don't think we can really control them out of the game. So we're going to try and be as aggressive as possible, get down this Trinket Mage with a Bone Splitter on it, and just start attacking. Yeah, so I play Prism first to see what I draw. Preordain's pretty good, but we could play that next turn. So they don't have Tron, which is really great for us. It also doesn't look like they have any Ancient Stirrings or Expedition maps or any way to find Tron, which is also great for us. Their hand's probably like Ulamog's Crusher and like Fangrim Marauder or something. So we get our card draw on, get our beat down on. We've got a flicker, we could brainstorm end of turn. End of turn we bolt them just to use our mana. Against mono green Tron, Bolt isn't really that good against any of their creatures, so I just do it to speed up the clock a little bit, use my mana efficiently. So I brainstorm to set up the Augur, and I'm able to throw away the Electricity. So this is one case where you could just throw away some of the more tech cards in instances where you don't need them. And we get a Ghostly Flicker, which is really good. It's probably the best card in the deck, besides Augur of Bolas. So we decided to flicker our guys. Custody Squire being a 3/3 would be really annoying, except we have all these Bone Splitters, so. Also, they still don't have Tron, which is amazing for us. And we Archaeomancer back Lightning Bolt, queuing up the victory by Lightning Bolting our opponent, but they put a thorn in it by getting their own Radiant Fountain. So they play 2 Wretched Gryphs, but we draw another Bolt, so we win the game. On to game 2. So our opponent goes first this game. Always a good idea to go first in Pauper. We mulliganed. Basically the hand had like preordained flicker and like no blue mana, so obviously we gotta flicker that. This hand does have blue mana, and Memory Lapse can stall the game until we draw action. So our goal is to get down Memory Lapse. Probably not right away, because I think we want to save it for one of their Haymakers, and either they'll be able to just draw Natural Tron, which we can't really do much about, or we'll be able to we won't be able to counter Natural Tron, but we will be able to counter, like, if they screw around next turn playing a map searching out Tron, and then we can Memory Lapse their next big threat. So I think this turn I play either Boilerworks or Prophetic Prism. Can't remember. Looks like I played the Prism. So they didn't get Natural Tron, but they did get an Empath, which obviously is good value. So this turn I play Relic. I figure with Custody Squire, the reason I brought in the Relics is because I figure they might have some kind of graveyard synergy. So I'm able to nib that with the Relics. I brainstorm end of turn, put back. I forget what I put back, but I'm able to shuffle it away with Trinket Mage if I so choose. And I do. I think I just put back like a land. So I get another Relic to really clamp down on the graveyard. I think I'm going to win the long game. Wretched Gryph isn't that much of a clock, but they have a huge number of baubles and stuff. Luckily they don't have Tron, so beating Tron's pretty easy when your opponent never gets Tron. So we're able to basically negate their whole graveyard with these Relics. Okay, a lot just happened there, but basically I brainstormed and I got an Archaeomancer and some other stuff, and I think I'm gonna take Ghostly Flicker because it's more powerful. And I try to find a land, but I find Pyroblast. I'm not sure if they're playing Muldrifter, but I think maybe they are. And if they don't have a land drop, which they do, but they're able to play their Squire. I don't know why they don't play Mulldrifter, but, you know, I can't force my opponent to play a good deck, so we're holding up Memory Lapse, finally. I don't know. In the next version of this deck, I actually took out 2 of the Memory Lapses, and I exchanged them for more proactive things. And I think in the next version of the deck, I only play 2 counter spells and basically like Memory Lapse counter spell, and that's it. And Memory Lapse is kind of useful for the lock, but maybe I don't even need one. Just because, like, flickering 2 Archaeomancers and getting counterspell back every time is also kind of a hard lock. So I don't know what I want to put in. So we put Pyroblast on the bottom because I don't think they're on Mulldrifter anymore. But we do get some sweet value by being able to flicker our guys. And I should have done this post-combat. I just wasn't thinking. But we do get a Galv Blast. It was pretty useful last game. We're trying a different tack this game and being a little bit more controlling. But yeah, and now they're discarding because they can't play any of their spells. So I get back. I get another Galvanic Blast off my Augur. So I have lethal. I Memory Lapse the Wretched Gryff, and yeah, they can't do anything. They finally got Tron, but they can't do anything with it. So that was kind of lucky. Our opponent didn't really get Tron, but we were able to control the game with our Galvanic Blasts and Relic and just infinite value. So that was a pretty good match. And now on to match 2.